Yeah.
Well, Sam, what fun we have.
What fun we had.
What fun we have.
What fun we've had.
Sam, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the story? Did I ever tell you a story about this guy who's trying to film this documentary about Michigan?
No?
Well, he was filming this documentary, but it was never finished because he disappeared.
Where'd he go?
Nobody knows.
No one knows.
Not really. Very few people know.
Okay.
But basically, there was this guy, he worked for this company, Cool History Pics, and he was a folklorist. That's somebody who like studies local culture, different stories, tales, songs, people of the regions. And he set out on this big project, touring the state of Michigan, all about trying to hear people's stories.
Sure.
And he went to like the northeastern Lower Peninsula area and started out not great.
Okay.
Did not start out well.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Hi, I'm Mitch Gander from Cool History Pics. This is the history of Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, do I look at the camera on you?
Me. At him.
Okay. I was born and raised in Michigan. Lived here my whole life.
What's with the English accent?
I don't know.
You said you're from Michigan, right? I'll take the, okay. Yes. Do you have any family from Michigan? Okay. Do you know any folk stories around the area, around Michigan? Any part of Michigan?
Right. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to answer a couple questions.
Yeah, no problem.
Could you just state your name and age real quick?
My name is Becca Del Tess, and I'm 22.
22, great. Amazing. And then where are you from?
Okay, so it's a really long story, but I'm originally from Southern California. I love Southern California. And then I have this boyfriend. His name is Derek. He's really funny. He has one of those posters of Grumpy Cat. You know the Grumpy Cat on Instagram?
Yeah.
He has one of those and it says, "I hate Mondays." And he has that in his office. What? Sorry, what did you ask me?
I was just asking where you were from. You said Southern California, though, so that answers my question.
But he's from Michigan.
So, you said that your boyfriend lives
Derek.
in Michigan.
Derek, yeah.
Yes, Derek.
He's really funny.
Amazing. And then I'm assuming that's why you are in Michigan, correct?
Yeah, because his dog died, and he needed a lot of like mental health support for that. Because I don't know, it was one of those like really small dogs that like makes a lot of noise, so it made a lot of noise in his heart.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't want to talk about it.
No, that's okay. I'm sorry. Something has just come up. I will be right back. Just stay put. Okay, thank you.
I'm so pretty.
So's girl talk.
Oh, hi.
So,
What's your name?
I am, don't worry about it.
Hi, don't worry about it. I'm Becca. I'm from Southern California.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Well, my boyfriend, his name's Derek. His dog died, and he needed to come back to Michigan.
For his dog?
Yeah, for his dog. Like, imagine if that cat died. Wouldn't you need counseling?
I guess.
I think counseling's like really important. Like mental health like matters, you know.
So true. Hey, yeah, woke queen.
Oh, I'm not woke. I'm not woke.
Oh, you're not.
No.
Oh,
No.
that's really embarrassing.
But I am from Southern California.
Aren't you all woke there though?
I mean, some of them are.
And you're not.
I choose to not be woke.
Oh.
But my boyfriend's woke.
Hey.
He's really great.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
At least someone is.
Yeah. Well, did you hear about the new line of tampons they put out?
No, tell me about it.
They're really great. Absorbent. I think.
Absorbent? Do
Yeah.
you use them often?
Yeah. I love periods.
Have you ever heard of a Diva Cup?
That was my nickname in high school, actually.
Really?
You're laughing, but I'm serious.
She does not want to be here with you right now.
Well, I don't want to be here with her. I think she's allergic to me.
Apologize.
I think she's allergic to me.
Apologize.
I think she's allergic to me.
I think she's allergic to you.
Sounds like she's a little woke.
Imagine not being woke.
Well, it was so nice to meet you, No Name.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
You too.
I'll see you later.
You too. I don't remember.
I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Goodbye, allergy cat. Yeah, man.
All right, I'm so sorry about that. I'll just continue.
Where'd you go?
I had to take care of a business.
What happened?
Long story short, but I don't want to take too much of your time, so I just want to get back to the interview really quickly.
I don't really know what long story short is, but
That's okay.
I'm sure it was a really good book.
Of course. Besides your partner being from here, what is your relationship to Michigan?
Well, I mean, my boyfriend's dead dog probably is my relationship to it.
I'm assuming since you're from Southern California, you don't have any family in Michigan?
My boyfriend's dead dog.
Well, yes, I understand. I apologize for.
This is really like distressing me, and you're not being an advocate for my mental health right now.
I apologize for that. I by no means want to make you feel unwanted in this specific. Let's move on. I want to get to the main topic of this interview, just so I don't waste any more of your time.
Sure.
Do you have any? Do you know of any folklore or
Oh my God.
stories around
Yes.
Michigan?
The Taylor Swift album.
That's amazing.
Folklore, Evermore, Midnight. That's my favorite time of day too.
Thank you for taking some time out of your day today to answer a couple questions. Do you mind just stating your name and age for the record?
My name is Don. I'm 25.
Great. Don, 25. And where are you from?
I'm from Michigan.
What part of Michigan?
Oh, just around, you know.
Do you have like a specific area, or do you like kind of like bounce around a bunch?
Oh, no, I've been all over the place.
Oh, okay. All over the place. Interesting. That must have been very fruitful, all those travels. You must have a lot of stories you can tell from those.
Well, growing up, my pa used to tell me stories about Ron and Lenny and Baseball Louie and all these other folks.
Do these people have like significance outside of like your family circle, or?
No, I think they were just my dad's buddies.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, what is your relationship to Michigan, would you say?
I would say I just enjoy swimming in the lakes. It's beautiful up here.
Yeah. Great. Are there any historic events, do you think, that have occurred specifically in Michigan that have affected your life?
Oh, well, it's funny you should ask that. I have a folk song for you.
All right. Thank you again for taking some time today to answer a couple questions. I just want to ask your name and your age real quick.
My name is River. I'm 19 years old.
Great. And then, do you know of any folk stories that you could share with us?
Absolutely. So, my grandpa always told me this story about this man who would come knock 3 times on our door. It was always at 2:13 in the morning. And if you heard the 3 knocks, you did not move, you did not acknowledge they were there, you just ignored it, and then the man at the door, who supposedly had died in the town several years before, would just move on. He would assume that the house was empty and he would keep moving in search of his lost wife. who he had previously lost, who had, nobody's really sure exactly what happened, but we think that either she was running from him, and so he would go and knock on his neighbor's doors to try and find her.
Okay.
But if he assumes that your house is empty, he'll keep on walking. Nobody really knows their names, so you can't check it against public record.
Okay. So we don't know the names of the people, wife or husband, but we do know that they were residents in this town that you were living in. Is that the case? Okay. Yes. And I should ask, what town in Michigan was this?
Oh, this wasn't in Michigan.
Oh.
There just was a lot of people who didn't know what he was doing. They didn't really get it.
Song?
Segue into us. Speaking of song.
Speaking of song.
And actually, this is interesting.
Yeah.
And
And this is interesting.
this is interesting.
Yeah.
Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaited if we try, Lord, if we try. I was born in a valley where the sun begins to shine. But I'm coming up to the Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaited in the sky, Lord, in the sky, in the sky, Lord, in the sky.
This is the UP song we talk about.
So it was just a bunch of nonsense interviews, or?
No, he eventually started getting some smaller answers. There was a few that were like actual genuine stories that you could tell were like from the area.
Hey, thank you for taking some time today to answer a couple questions. Can I get you to just state your name and age real quick?
O que tá acontecendo agora? Heloise?
Okay, Eloise.
Alguém pode explicar pra mim, por favor?
Did you say how old you were?
Repete, repeat.
Okay, 20. Great. And then where are you from?
Brasil.
Okay, Michigan. Amazing.
O que tá acontecendo, gente? Eu tô muito confusa.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I also have a couple of friends that are from here. I mean, that's why I'm doing this interview. I just want to ask. I just want to ask real quick. What is your relationship to Michigan?
Então, tipo, eles me prometeram que eu ia pegar um pouco de dinheiro se eu fizesse essa coisa, mas eu acho que eu fiquei sequestrada. E eu não tô entendendo nada do que tá acontecendo. Pode explicar pra mim, por favor?
Yeah, no,
tá
of course.
clicando.
Of course, yeah, I understand. I do have another question. So, if your entire lineage and your entire family is from Michigan, where did you learn
E agora ele tá virando, tipo, as coisas pra mim. Português, eu entendi isso. Eu não tenho nenhuma conexão com o estado de Michigan. Eu não sei como falar.
Interesting. Yes.
Então, tipo, eu entendo, mas não consigo responder. Então a gente tá tendo algum problema de comunicação.
You're telling me that your entire lineage learned this language in order to protect yourself from the ghost of Tony. Am I getting this right?
Gente, eu não sei o que você não tá entendendo.
Yes.
Eu estou confusa.
Yes.
Alguém pode explicar pra mim? Por favor, eu não tô entendendo nada.
Tell me more about this ghost. What is their relationship to Michigan?
O que é um ghost? Eu tô bem frustrada agora. Tipo, vocês não estão me ajudando com nada. Tem alguma pessoa que eu possa ligar? Alguém que possa falar que entende do que eu tô falando? Em vez de olhar pra mim com essa cara de babaca. Não? Tá bom.
Interesting. Okay. So this ghost has haunted your lineage since it began. How has it like changed locations? Has it like followed your family, or is your family staying in like one specific spot?
Eu nem tô conseguindo falar com a minha família. Tipo, eu não tenho serviço aqui, não tenho Wi-Fi. Eu quero falar com alguém que me entende. Tipo, a polícia. Tem alguém aqui, like?
Yes. Yeah. That's
Finalmente
fascinating.
pegamos alguma coisa.
Yeah, I have to say, I don't think you might have the most what's the word I'm looking for? Specific story. A lot of these folklore stories have been very like oh, we've heard this, we've heard that, but this is like you have almost like evidence here. Has this been something that's just stayed within your family? Have you tried to get other people involved? Is this ghost harmful? Do you need help?
Help. Sim,
Yes.
sim.
Yes.
Por favor, me tiram daqui. Eu quero ir embora pra minha casa. Eles não estão dando meu dinheiro. Eu preciso do meu dinheiro. Tipo, eles falam pra mim que eu ia ganhar alguma coisa pra fazer isso, mas agora eles não falam pra mim que ia ser em inglês, então eu não tô entendendo nada do que você tá falando, senhor. Eu quero ir pra casa, por favor.
It's a shame. It's a shame that you've tried everything from police to ghost hunters and everything. I apologize that you haven't found a solution yet. I wish I could provide some advice, but unfortunately, that's not really my area of expertise. But I think I've got everything I need here. Thank you for your time again. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for taking some time out today to answer a couple questions. I'm going to just start with some basic ones. What is your name? How old are you? What is your relationship?
My name's Riley. I'm
Amazing.
from Battle Creek, Michigan.
Battle Creek, Michigan.
I am 35.
Amazing.
Well, I've lived here all my life. Born and raised in Battle Creek, Michigan.
Battle Creek, yes.
These factories. There were a lot of chemicals. There were some very, very harsh chemicals that got into our water.
And these chemicals, do we as consumers ingest those?
Yeah, we do.
And they're harmful, you say?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the Frogman?
I have not. No.
You've never heard of the Frogman? The Battle Creek Frogman?
No, I haven't. Please tell me more.
In 1968, a man by the name of Lee Frog, he started changing. He started turning into what is now known as the Frogman.
Have you seen this Frogman?
You know, sometimes I think I do. But I know my cousin Billy.
Billy? Okay.
Cousin Billy has seen the Frogman a couple times. He's run into him.
Could you give me a better physical description of this
All right.
Frogman?
Well, the Frogman's about 5'11" and 3/4.
It's awfully
You
specific.
know, well, yes, he's very insecure about his height. You know, he's not 6 foot yet, but he's getting pretty close.
That's interesting. How do you know this? Have you?
Well, Billy's seen him.
Billy had like an encounter,
Billy has wrestled with the Frogman. Yeah. But
Wrestled?
people don't believe him. It's kind of sad. But yes, he wrestled with the Frogman. The Frogman, you would expect the Frogman to be either like frog legs, human body, or frog body and human legs.
Right,
But
yeah.
No, it alternates every 6 inches. So he has frog feet with human ankles, and then frog calves but human knees.
That's fascinating.
And then he has a frog belly but a human chest, and a frog neck and a human head. And you might think, Riley, frogs don't have necks.
Right. Yeah.
But they do.
They do.
They're just not that long.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Interesting.
Frogman has a frog neck.
You got this very specific physical description of the Frogman, all from Billy.
I got this 100% from Billy.
All from Billy.
But I trust Billy with my life.
Well, I think that's all the questions I have for you today. I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Thank you for everything. Okay, thank you again for taking some time to answer a couple questions.
Of course.
Could you just state your name and age real quick?
My name is Elliot Schoolmaster. I'm 19 years old.
Great. And then, where are you from?
You spelled my name wrong.
That's okay. Where are you from?
You want the long story or the short one?
We'll do long story. Let's do long story.
I've lived here.
Michigan.
140. Now I'm back.
Now you're back.
Love it so much.
Cool. Do you that's you're from, what did you say? Okay.
There's no one in Louisiana.
Okay.
Everyone's in Michigan.
Everyone's in Michigan. Everyone's in Michigan. Everyone's in Michigan. Okay. Are there any historic events that may have occurred during your lifetime specifically that have possibly impacted your life?
Yeah.
What events would those be?
So, you ever heard of the Ghost of Ipsy?
No, that's a new one for me. Tell me more.
No, so in Ypsilanti, Michigan, all right, right outside of Ann Arbor.
Okay.
You know, main city.
Mm-hmm.
There's a ghost. That's not the whole story.
Oh, okay.
Somebody gonna save his soul. A thimble full of whiskey and a black cat eye. The judge and jury when you pass by. The sky goes black and the moon turns away. No man is righteous, nobody gets away. Nobody gets away.
There's a hot dog joint, okay, called Dave's Hot Dogs.
Okay.
And it only sells hot dogs and root beer, and it's only open in like 2 months in the summer. You know, when I was living here, my dad came home frantic one night. I was like, what's going on, Dad? You know, my 5-year-old self, I was conscious. And he was like, you know, I saw the ghost of Dave's Hot Dogs, the ghost of Ipsy. So, the ghost of Ipsy roams around little storefronts, all right, when they're closed, and they're closed.
Right.
So, little ghost of Ipsy pulls up to Dave's Hot Dogs. Here, I'll tell you what he saw.
Okay.
My dad, he walked in, and he said, can I order a hot dog, please?
Yeah.
And the man behind the counter, he was pale, he was shaking, he was frantic, and he was like, we don't have any hot dogs. And he was like, that's all you sell, how do you not have any hot dogs?
Yeah.
Can I get a root beer? He said, we don't have any root beer. And we're like, that's your only menu item. Why don't you have any hot dogs or root beer? And why are you having a panic attack? And then my dad said, let me come inside, all right? Because it is relevant that you only just walk through the drive-thru to get these hot dogs, all right? So he came inside, and he saw the place ransacked, right? Every single hot dog missing, every single root beer can missing. And the only explanation was a little video cam the night before where a rabid, you know, being took over and just sucked up all the hot dogs and all the root beer, and then I left.
Then, wow, that's fascinating. Then why stay open?
Well, so, you know, you can they're like, he's done with us. Everybody knows the ghost of Ipsy. They knew they hit Dave's. They're like, now he's done, unless he comes back.
And you said your dad was the one who experienced.
He found this out, and he came home and he told my 5-year-old self.
I think that's everything I need from you. Thank you for your time today. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you again for taking some time out of your day to answer a couple questions. Can I just have you state your name and age?
I'm Ollie, and I'm 19.
Ollie, 19. Amazing. And where are you from, Ollie?
I'm from Singapore.
Singapore? Wow. Oh, well, I have to ask, what brings you all the way out to Michigan?
Well, I'm really, really interested in Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, okay.
Ever since I was a kid, I don't believe he exists. I believe everyone who says anything about a Bigfoot is a liar. And I knew people say that he comes to this forest and roves.
Roves?
He roves.
That's where you getting this from?
There's this app, okay, I don't know if you heard it, it's like really unknown. And I was on it one day, and I just see Bigfoot spotted again. Okay, and there's a picture, okay? And it's just a man. It's a hairy man. And he's roving.
You're basically saying that Bigfoot is just a really hairy man that roves.
Yes.
What are they roving?
You want to be unique. You want to be special, okay? You want to stand out from the crowd. You go to the forest. They're in the trees clapping for us, Connor.
Connor?
Yeah.
Who's Connor?
Oh my god. I knew a Connor once, and he was... If I were to describe what Bigfoot looked like, I would say it looks like a Connor. I lost a Connor once. Okay, the truth of it all, okay? I think Connor is out there. I think he's roving in these woods around us. And I think he's the Bigfoot I'm looking for. That is the real reason I'm here today.
Well, I believe I have everything I need.
Good. I need to keep looking.
Yes.
I've been here way too long. I think that I need to go.
Oh yeah.
It was great to meet you.
Yes, of course.
If you see a man that looks like you, give me a call.
Okay. I will. Yes. Thank you.
You look just like him. You look just like him.
Thank you. I appreciate that, but don't.
Very hairy.
Yeah. Well, thank you again for your time today. I wish you the best on your hunt.
Bigfoot's around here, but where could he be? Under a rock or inside a tree? Swimming in the Great Lakes or caved in the ground? Bigfoot's around here, he's always around. Bigfoot has big feet, and this much is true. Hairy and scary, and he is tall too. But under that thick skin, he's really quite sweet. The thing about Bigfoot, he has quite big feet.
Then we can track it down and we can prove to the world that they do exist, right here in Midland County.
Is Bigfoot real?
Bigfoot is definitely real.
Here, but where could he be? Under a rock or inside a tree? Swimming in the Great Lakes or caved underground? Bigfoot's around here.
Oh my God! Hold on! Wait a second, Robin, what is that?
When you're
Robin,
in the
what
forest
are you
with
doing?
friends that you made, and you run into Bigfoot, do not be afraid. He just wants to join in, so please do not run. Forest and friendship and Bigfoot and fun.
Yeah, it's like it jumped out of the tree right behind me. Thud! I didn't know what it was, man. When I first saw it, it was when it jumped out the tree at me. It was out of the corner of my eye. But when it come down, it was hunched over like this, and it was about my height. I seen it right out here in my peripherals. And then the dog engaged, and it spun and started running that way. And when it ran away from me, and the dog gave chase, it was running like it was on all fours. It crouched forward into the hill and was getting it like this, and the dog was right behind it. Got up on top of the hill and then went right over. And after that, I lost sight of him, and I called the dog back, and man, it was something. It was just, and then we had to get moving. We had to go to the truck. We had to get out of here.
All right, thank you again for some of your time today, just to answer a couple questions. Can you first state your name and age for the record, please?
My name is Fenton Throbbey III. My age is 52 years old.
52?
I'm from Michigan itself, actually. We've been in Michigan all our lineage.
Your lineage.
Our family was born here for the whole time.
Really?
Yes,
so
true.
like all the way back, like even before like the
thousands of years.
The ice bridge and the crossing.
I'd say so.
Really?
We can check the genealogy. It's true.
Wow. Okay.
100% American.
Wow. All right. Okay. That's impressive.
We grew here like a tree. We've been here all the time.
So you must know a lot about Michigan historic events, possibly folklore.
This is true. There's been many stories around this area of northern Michigan that I'm very familiar with. A lot of arcane, occult things you wouldn't believe.
Speak more on that.
Well, my grandfather told me this story. It was one day at the village fair. He picked up a farmhand. This was in Peabody.
Peabody, Michigan?
Yes.
Okay.
The Peabody Fair, they called it. So my grandfather brought back this hand. The cows, they were bringing a great harvest. He grew very fond of this farmhand, but one day he tracked down the voice of his late wife into the form of this young farmhand in the barn. This farmhand was lying naked in the straw bed. He pulled out his shotgun and fired a hole through the young farmhand, but he simply vanished into the air. Later, he heard rustling in the bushes and tracked down the farmhand in the form of a rabbit. He caught the rabbit in a sack and brought the sack to a bridge. yet the sack grew lighter with every step. When he went to pour the sack over the bridge, it was empty, and he heard no splash.
Interesting. Interesting. I have a lot of questions. This is how do we know that farmhand, the rabbit...
Before he was a warlock. This young man presented qualities not found in young boys of his age. For example, a deep voice. And a slightly above average height. And long black hair.
Okay.
These are typical signs of a necromancer.
This is what defines a warlock.
Absolutely. These characteristics are only found in shapeshifters.
Interesting. How did you come to this conclusion?
Well, something my grandfather told me, and I believe absolutely everything he tells me. He was a small, gray-haired old man in my years that I knew him, and he was struck with illness his entire life. A feeble old man, but very wise. He was an ethereal man, and he never told me much, but I can only assume he read 3 or maybe 4 books on the topic.
This entity who was the farmhand and the rabbit, do you know why they came into contact with your family? Do you know what was their intentions behind that?
I assume the necromancer was attempting to steal our gold for his arcane productions.
Oh, does your family just have gold?
No. My grandfather went out west to pan for gold and came back empty-handed.
So they tried to steal gold that wasn't there.
Yes.
They just got the wrong guy, I guess.
This could be true.
You know, I think that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you for your time today. I appreciate it. Yes, Fenton Tharby III. I'll remember that.
Thank you for your time.
There was this series of interviews that occurred that almost felt interconnected. From 3 different sources. Some conflicting, some not.
Sure.
And it was this big trifecta of things. Paul Bunyan. You know
Paul
the story
Bunyan.
of Paul Bunyan, right?
Yeah, big guy, tall,
axe, blue ox. You may have heard stories about him. There are so many stories about him.
Really? I only knew...
What?
I honestly can't think of a single story about him. I just know his character.
Right. Well, the first interview went well.
Hi, my name's Mitch Gander. I'm looking for stories about Michigan. Do you have anything for me?
Yeah, let me tell you a story. So, you might be familiar with the story of Paul Bunyan, right? You know, big guy, axe, flannel, big blue ox. This story is untrue. In reality, he's big and he's evil. Paul Bunyan was big. He was real big. He was tall, he was wide, he was large. And he rose out of the water, biggest you've ever seen. Rose out of the water with this menacing grin, this devilish smile. And he said, I'm gonna get him. And then and this is interesting, he got him. And so he went to town and he was stomping all along the whole way to the town. And he was kicking over buildings and he was stomping on little people. And they were saying, no, don't get me. But, and this is interesting, he got him. He was on this war path right through the town, and he was knocking over buildings. And eventually, there was this team of governors of the Great Lakes states, and they decided that something had to be done about Paul Bunyan. So what they decided to do is they got together and they formed a coalition at the very special point where all of the Great Lakes states meet.
Yes, Mr. President. I'm on it.
Right, what's all this then?
What's all this then?
I need my 2 p.m. Skyline Chili stat and make it a 5-way.
Hi, I'm from Canada. So I'm guessing all of you have heard the latest dispatch from the president on Paul Bunyan's attacks.
coastal cities, the coastal Great Lakes cities. And I don't know what we need to do about it, but we need to do something fast and now, or else he's going to keep killing, keep terrorizing.
I just found out that Indiana touches the lakes. I don't know which towns they are, but they are being devastated by Paul Bunyan's attacks.
Toledo is in shambles right now, and so is Cleveland. But Cleveland, that's just because they're Cleveland.
What are we going to do about this?
Hold on, I've got James Buchanan on the other line. Give me a second.
Well, so listen.
Yeah. Clearance? Really? Okay, yeah, I'll look it up. Just gotten clearance from James Buchanan to build a giant robot against Paul Bunyan. It's going to take a lot of manpower. It's going to take a lot of materials. We're going to have to harvest from the quarries that are upstate Michigan. We're going to need all the help that we can get, okay? Well,
I have the power of corn.
I have the power of more corn.
Got cheese, mate.
Power of Chicago.
I have the power of the Great Lakes. We've got ourselves.
They pooled their resources that they pulled out of the Great Lakes. They pooled their resources and they built this big robot, the likes of which you've never seen.
Well, so listen.
Alright. This is the robot, these are the blueprints. These are the disruptors to Paul Bunyan's nervous system. They basically freeze him so that he can't move, can't talk, can't speak, anything. These arms are made out of stainless steel and titanium. They can pretty much cut through anything, including giant Paul Bunyan human flesh. We're gonna drive it into the middle of the city. We're gonna wait for Paul Bunyan to show up. We're gonna lead him in with people so that he can, destroy or whatever. And we're gonna stick this bad boy on him. This thing is deadly, it's dangerous, it's terrifying, and I don't know, he's dangerous. He's deadly. We have the power of the Great Lakes and one big ass robot on our side.
And they went and they fought him. And they did this using a big robot. And this big robot that they built, he went into the lake to meet Paul, and they fight, they tussle.
Okay. Boom! No, Wisconsin, stop freaking feeding him cheese. Jesus!
Oh, my banana phone is buzzing. Wait a second.
We can't pause the whole thing for you to answer your banana phone, Ohio.
Just keep going.
Put it down.
Yes. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
My Skyline chili is on the way.
We're legally testing the robot on Ohio next. Alright, Ohio, you're controlling the left side, correct?
Correct.
Alright, I need you to throw...
Which left?
The only left that there is.
It's not flipped?
No.
I've been doing the right this entire time then.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so you're controlling the left, right? What have I told you 4,000 times?
I am on the nervous system.
We're trying to work on it.
Almost done. Almost done? Really? Almost done isn't done. Jesus. Surrounded by a bunch of freaking morons. Right hook, left kick, up, and then after the left hook is through, finish it off, kick to the balls. Come on. His Paul Bunyan.
Why we can't do anything internationally?
This is where you guys come in.
I just rebooted it. I'm putting all the power towards it.
Indiana, come on.
I've got it.
He's
It's
now
at
hovering
99,
over.
99.
He's now
99?
hovering over Gary, Indiana.
No, but not Gary.
Not Gary. We can't lose Gary.
We have it.
And send it now. Go. He's dead. Mr. President, we did it. This is for America, for freedom, for taking down that bastard Paul Bunyan.
Yeah! And eventually, the robot is able to quell the giant.
Amazing. Awesome. Thank you for your time today. I greatly appreciate it.
Wow, that is interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I've never heard that story.
No, it's interesting. Get this. So the next one was this woman, and it was also about Paul Bunyan.
Mm-hmm.
And this one was interesting because...
Tell me a story about Michigan.
Yeah, let me tell you a story. So you might be familiar with the story of Paul Bunyan, right? Big guy, X little, big blue ox. This story is true. Paul Bunyan was a delight. Paul Bunyan went around and he cut down trees. As we all know, that's what the axe was for. Well, as he was going down and cutting around trees, people don't realize this, but the reason that the state of Michigan looks like this is because as he was going around cutting trees, there used to be just one big lake here. And he was cutting down trees, you know, bam, 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 and all of a sudden, his glove fell off. Explosion. Water everywhere. But it moved all of the water, and that then became land. Dried it all right up. I know. Crazy. After that, Paul shrunk down a little bit. Just a little bit. And then began to tour the coast along the state of Michigan. What became later the state of Michigan. He gathered communities, you know, he made it livable. He felled the trees for all of these communities to grow and cherish their land. And he became a beloved figure of the Great Lakes states. And when he got back around, you know, down Lake Michigan, he came back around, and Ohio, having been the only land there next to the lake, is now very mad that their coastline is gone. So they decide that they're going to take out Paul Bunyan with a giant robot. This robot is just angry. It's angry AI generated nonsense. And sorry, I'm getting emotional. Sorry. He didn't stand a chance. And well, Paul did not make it. The communities were just devastated by the loss of this historic figure, and beloved figure. And what many people don't know is that Paul Bunyan actually had a little sister. And her name is Arbor Ann. And And she gathered all of these communities together after, you know, feeling the rage of having her brother slain in cold blood. And she gathered all of these communities together to fight against Ohio, which is actually how the Toledo War happened. I know, it's a lot to take in. It's not what other people have said, it's not what historians believe, but I know that it's true in my heart because I believe in Arbor Ann avenging the death of her brother.
Wow.
I've
Wasn't
never.
that interesting.
You know, come to think of it, that is the story I've always heard about Paul Bunyan. That he's good.
That whole event which transpired with the Toledo War.
Yeah. Yes.
Things like that. Led to a lot of political conflict in the state of Michigan, in local communities.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you know the tale of Dogman. Did you know that some people think he ran for election?
For election?
For a mayor election, he ran.
He ran for the mayor. He ran to be the mayor.
He ran to be the mayor of a small town called Ruffles.
Called Ruffles,
which was the capital of Michigan at the time.
I see.
And
not Ann Arbor.
Are you serious? Is that your serious guess?
Detroit?
No, not Detroit either.
I don't know.
Lansing.
No, couldn't be Lansing.
Anyway,
can't possibly.
Yeah, tell that to first grade Anthony. Tell that to first grade Anthony who grew up near Detroit.
Hi, my name is Mitch Gander. I'm a collector of stories. I'm looking for stories about Michigan. Do you have anything for me?
Yeah, I got a story for you, Mitch Gander. First of all, I'm Dan in the Morning, and a story that I remember hearing about was post-Toledo War, actually, so this was quite a while ago. But as we know, the Toledo War had left the Michigan town of Ruffles in shambles. And there was a lot of very tricky, dirty politicking and smear campaigns that were run by two very polarizing figures in politics at this time. And the two biggest notable figures that I remember hearing about were Ignatius Borgley and Fed Ogman. And Fed Ogman had a complicated history because people were under the impression that he was a dog. And Ignatius Borgley was a more right-leaning Republican mayoral candidate, and he basically tried to run a campaign exposing Fed for his crimes of not being a human and being inadequate for the position.
Dog. Really gotta focus on this golf right now. All right, so you're gonna want to aim to the right side of the fairway.
I just don't understand why he's running.
Yeah, so it looks like we got about 40 or 50 more yards, so...
I mean, I'm looking out for American values, right? For family values, for small government, and for the American way, you know?
I'd recommend using your sand wedge for this.
I mean, he's a dog! This guy's a dog!
Yeah, so let's just keep going.
But Fed Ogman, he was a very charismatic presence, but he still had a little bit of a darker side to him. First of all, he was very concerned about his public relations, and he was on the Democratic side, and so he was dealing with a lot of those issues coming from the war, like food insecurity and better social programs. And essentially, they were very, very heated debates in this time in Ruffles. And the story goes that Fed Ogman, he did these debates, and later he came up with a plot to station spies in Ignatius Borgley's headquarters.
But let's address your public relations, sir.
Look, based on the debate today, it seems that people are indifferent that I could potentially be a dog. But we can't let this get out of control. We need to see what Ignatius Borgley is up to. I want somebody stationed inside their campaign headquarters.
By themselves, sir?
We can't let this guy win the election. Put him in a closet, for all I care. Alright. Any questions? Then you guys are excused. Appreciate it. So, Fed Ogman, he placed spies in Borgley's headquarters, and he had them taking notes on their campaigns and seeing how they were staying on top of this dog thing that was happening, and all the speculation that Fed was secretly a dog. A lot of stuff about Fed's like appearance and stuff that people thought was strange. But Ignatius Borgley was definitely a hot-headed guy, and that was basically the only thing he was running on, was that Fed was a dog, and he's not able to be a mayor because he's a dog. But Ignatius Borgley, he had some personal issues of his own, a couple anger management things, and also he prided himself on playing golf very well, but he was notoriously very rude to his caddies sometimes. And people heard rumors about that. It was a very interesting time in Ruffles history, for sure. And eventually, leading up to the election, the final debates were happening, and very heated debates.
Good evening from the Health Education campus of
the Michigan town of Ruffles.
I'm Chris Wallace of Fox News, and I welcome you to the debates between
Ignatius Borgley and Fed Ogman.
This debate is sponsored by the Commission on Debates. The Commission has designed the format, 6 roughly 15-minute segments, with 2-minute answers from each candidate to the first question, then open discussion for the rest of each segment. Both campaigns have agreed to these rules. For the record, I decided the topics and the questions in each topic. I can assure you, none of the questions has been shared with the Commission or the 2 candidates. This debate is being conducted under health and safety protocols designed by the Cleveland Clinic, which is serving as the health security advisor to the Commission for all 4 debates. As a precaution, both campaigns have agreed the candidates will not shake hands at the beginning of tonight's debate. The audience here in the hall has promised to remain silent. No cheers, no boos or other interruptions, so we, and more importantly you, can focus on what the candidates have to say. No noise except right now, as we welcome the Republican nominee,
Ignatius Borgley,
and the Democratic nominee,
Thed Ogman.
Gentlemen, a lot of people have been waiting for this night, so let's get going. Our first subject is the Supreme Court.
All right, what's up, guys? Thank you so much for coming out to the mayoral debate today. It is I, Thed Ogman. Pleasure to speak to the lovely town of Ruffles today. As you remember the disastrous Toledo War, there was millions of people, thousands of, a couple people died, but let us not distract us from the fact that people were not tying their shoes, they were not saying excuse me when they were cutting each other in line. Let us remember that human decency went downhill after the Toledo War. And so with more social programs and more food security funding, we can whip ourselves back into shape. Am I right, guys? I'm right.
Thank you. Same question to you. You have 2 minutes.
My opponent makes a lot of interesting points. I see his point on the Toledo War, on the loss we've suffered. Ruffles cannot experience something like that. But I implore the people of this town to think about what life might be with a dog as mayor. The man you see before you is a dog. And I'm not talking in metaphor. He may be slimy, he may be deceitful, he may act like a dog. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a dog.
I am not a dog. I am not a dog. Let me tell you. Guys, these are vicious rumors, guys. There's some rumors that I was going out late at nights and I was, you know, standing over a fire hydrant and going to the bathroom. These are all vicious rumors that are not confirmed to be true. So, people of Ruffles, you guys know whose side you're on, right? I mean, I'm looking at all of these signs that are saying Thed, 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 right? And these food security programs, that's what will bring the town together.
He keeps barking. He can't get through a statement. He just has to bark. He says, food security. That's what my opponent says. Do you want somebody who can't debate with the other cities because he has to bark? Do you want that?
That's wrong. People of Ruffles, remember, the election is coming up shortly. Remember whose side you guys are on. Nina, I see you in the crowd. Tina, Dolores, keep doing your thing. Great to see you guys here. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah. He says, which side are you on? I'm on the side of humans. On the side of plumbing and toiletry and civics and arts.
Ignatius does not know what he's talking about. He
He's
yells at his...
It's been an interesting hour and a half. I want to thank you both for participating in the first of 3 debates that you have agreed to engage in. We want to thank Case Western Reserve University and the Cleveland Clinic for hosting this event. The next debate, sponsored by the Commission on Debates, will be 1 week from tomorrow, October 7th, at the University of Utah in Salt Lake City. The 2 vice nominees, Vice President Mike Pence and Senator Kamala Harris, will debate at 9 p.m. Eastern that night. We hope you watch. Until then, thank you and good night.
And so Thed Ogman, he won the mayoral election despite rumors that he was a dog. But the strange part is that after that election, Thed Ogman was not really seen in the public eye after that. He kind of vanished into the North Woods somewhere. And so there's some stories about how he's out there in the woods somewhere and people just have to go find him. There's been some strange occurrences and sightings about potential dog tracks coming out of public offices. Strange rumors about that. But essentially what happened with the spies that were stationed in the Borgley headquarters by Thed was that they were actually captured by, basically, they first called in Dr. Tuesday, and that leads into the Dr. Tuesday story that we all know and love here. And that's pretty much the story of Ignatius Borgley and Thed Ogman. Dan in the morning. Nice to talk to you.
Surely not.
Surely not. Dogman didn't win an election.
Surely not. Surely not.
Thank you for your time today. I've been doing an interview series asking about people, about folk stories and things happening around the Michigan area. I've heard a lot of things, and I'm reached a point where what's going on right now? What's happening now?
Well, I'm not too sure about that, but maybe you want to ask Dr. Tuesday?
Dr. Tuesday.
Dr. Tuesday.
Dr. Tuesday?
Dr. Tuesday.
Dr. Tuesday.
Dr. Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Gather round me, folks, the story is for you. Be sure to listen good to the legend of Dr. Tuesday. Make sure you've understood. Dr. Tuesday was a man who would roam the land and make sure that all was well. You ever saw something that was out of place? Sure to give it hell. Oh, Dr. Tuesday, where have you been? You went into the void one day and were never seen again. Midnight roving is amazing. Dr. Tuesday received a call one night, a call of much distress. Gather round you, midnight rovers. He put them to the test. They went out but did not return. When they saw what was going on, they were cold and wet and horrified when they were captured by King John. Oh, Dr. Tuesday, where have you been? You went into the void one day and were never seen again. Dr. Tuesday. Dr. Tuesday went in and brought them home, but that's not where it ends. The only advice he gave to them, stay out of the field, my friends. When you're in the dark and don't know who to call, you can always count on him. He's seen the darkness in the field which was born and raised by sin. Oh, Dr. Tuesday, where have you been? You went into the void one day and were never seen again. There's a darkness in the field.
Dr. Tuesday. Dr. Tuesday. It's you. Oh my God. I heard the ballad. The ballad said that you were never seen again. What ballad? That, you know what? That doesn't matter. I have a couple questions I need to ask you, if that's okay. Can I just take some of your time? Sure. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Free.
Okay.
Catch your breath.
Yes. 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 Okay. I'm just gonna get straight to the point. Yeah. What happened the last night you roved? The last night I roved? The last night you roved?
Well, let's see. Well, I've been told about these kids going missing. And then my own rovers go missing. I gotta step in. I thought I'd go check it out myself tonight, in that field.
Why that field?
Because there's a darkness in the field.
A darkness?
There's this force out there that I haven't investigated because I've been too afraid, but I think I have to today. Will you join me? Yeah, all right, yeah, all right.
Well, that's Michigan.
All right. Dr. Tuesday on the mix.
Once upon a time, not long ago, lived a motherfucking man who loved to roam. There's a darkness in the field, and it's plain to see how this midnight rover made a history. See, him and Joe Maddie were buds at camp till their friendship was closed, shut and clamped all over some homesick girls and boys. Joe Maddie fed to the never-ending voice. Dr. T got older and his whole group dimmed till he met some new rovers with cheeky grins. He returned to PE with a license to meander, cooking up new schemes with time and coriander. Yeah, yo. Dr. Tuesday, if you're out there roving, I see you, man. There's the darkness in the field. Come to get you. Word out.
Hello, it's me, Dr. Tuesday. I don't have much time. I found this camcorder. I don't know where I am, but that void thing sent me into this jail cell. And hang on, someone's coming.
Ah, Dr. Tuesday, we meet again. I'm going to need that hat now. Yoink.
Oh, I get real tired of the people I know when I think about old times. We're spending nights at the video store and riding around on bikes. Oh, I never really felt alone. It was you and me against the world. We're smashing TVs on videotape and hanging out all night in the cold. So I will move back to Michigan. Don't you wanna be my friend again? 'Cause when we talk on the phone, oh, it seems like you understand. And don't you know you're the only family I ever felt like I had? So I will move back to Michigan and be my best friend. Oh, everyone around me's growing up, but I just can't seem to go. Well, I just want my best friend back so I don't have to be alone. I feel so lonely all the time. It makes it so hard to understand how anyone out there in the world can get along without their best friends. So I will move back to Michigan. Don't you wanna be my friend again? 'Cause when we talk on the phone, oh, it seems like you understand. And don't you know you're the only family I ever felt like I had? So I will move back to Michigan and be my best friend.
Anthony Baloney.
Yes.
Anthony Baloney. You come seeking a treasure to repair the chaos zone. My wrench. I am the mechanic, and I will aid you in your journey if you defeat me in combat.
Right now?
Right now.
Okay. Give a wrench. Give me the wrench.
Yeah, that's the point.
Give me the wrench.